Good morning, everybody. So, we had a great class last night talking about consonants. Some of you have reached out and expressed a bit of difficulty differentiating when to use the alveolar tap or flap and when to use the glottal stop. So, I'm just going to do a quick exercise, and those of you who care to do this, who feel they need the practice, can go ahead, and then I will upload the answers later on this week. I'll give you some time to do it. So, the first thing we're going to do is I will say 3 words that can use the alveolar tap. I'll first say them without it, and then I'll say them with it, and you can practice transcribing. Also remember, the alveolar tap is a rapid movement of the tongue along the alveolar ridge, and it's an allophone of t or d, and it can only occur intervocalically, so between 2 vowel sounds, following a stressed syllable and preceding an unstressed syllable. So, here we go. First word without the tap is butter. 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 The second word without the tap is ladder. 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 The third word without the tap is spittle. 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 Okay, so now let's do those words with the alveolar tap or flap and see if we can hear the difference. The first word was butter. Now with the flap or tap, it's butter. 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 Okay. The second word without is ladder. With, it's ladder. 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 And you see how it just kind of flaps. The tongue flaps along the alveolar ridge. R, r, r. The third word pronounced without the flap, spittle. Now pronounced with the flap, spittle. 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 Okay. So now let's move on to the glottal stop. Oh, I should mention, because there's no visual here, the alveolar tap or flap is the one that looks like the upside down J grapheme. Okay? The glottal stop looks like the somewhat like an exclamation point, or not an exclamation point, sorry, a question mark, something like a question mark. Okay. So, again, the glottal stop is produced when the release of the stop t is at the point of the glottis. So instead of releasing the stop at the alveolar ridge, t, we're releasing it at the glottis. Okay, so the first word without will be pot. pot, pot. And you see where we release t at the alveolar ridge. Right here. Pot. T. Okay. The next word will be button. 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 Okay. And the last word will be flat. 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 T, t. See? T. We're releasing at the alveolar ridge. I should also remind you that the glottal stop is used either at the end of a word or intervocalically, but it's only an allophone for t, okay, not d. Good. Okay, so let's do those words again, pronouncing them with a glottal stop. The first word was pat. With a glottal stop, it will be, oh no, I'm sorry, the first word was pot, wasn't it? Pot with a glottal stop is pot. 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 You see the difference? Instead of releasing at the alveolar ridge, pot, I'm releasing at the glottis. Pot. Okay. The next word is button. Now look for my point of release. Button. 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 Okay? So instead of but-in, it's but-in. And the last word was flat. So instead of flat, it will be flat. 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 Releasing at the glottis. Okay, so just a quick review. We just went over the alveolar tap and the glottal stop. The alveolar tap, or flap, is used as an allophone of t or d, and it can only be used intervocalically, so between two peak sounds, between two vowel sounds, following a stressed syllable and preceding an unstressed syllable. It sounds like a flap of your tongue along the alveolar ridge. Butter, ladder, spittle. And the glottal stop is produced when the stop consonant t only t, is released at the level of the glottis instead of at the alveolar ridge. And that can occur either intervocalically or at the end of a word. So examples of that again are pot, button, and flat. Okay, guys, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to me via email. And I will give you guys some time to practice this transcription, and I will upload my transcriptions. What's today? It's Wednesday. I'll upload them tomorrow evening during office hours, so on Thursday, the 18th. Okay, everybody have a good day, and I will see some of you tomorrow and the rest of you on Tuesday. Bye.